Hey guys, Esther here.
Hello, this is Tom.
So today on Level of Crazy channel, we are trying something new. We are going to do a series called
From Celery to Clarity. And we have our celery juice here.
Celery juice. So the idea of this series is to have casual conversations with Tom
While we drink our celery
while we
juice.
drink our celery juice, or I'm gonna put this caveat out there, something healthy. So it's either gonna be a celery, it's gonna be a green juice, it's gonna be something.
A smoothie, a fresh orange juice, something that
Creates some healthiness in our bodies.
This is first thing in the morning.
That's right.
So we might want to do a little, give a little feedback about the celery.
Yes. So, but before we go there, we just want to say that we're going to be talking about delusional sense of confidence. So just hold that thought. Go ahead.
Okay, that's very confusing. So I'm delusional now. I thought we were just talking about, all right, so now we got them all wondering what that is. Delusional. We got a delusional sense of confidence right now is what I can tell you. So, but that means you move forward anyways. But I would like to preface the celery about this comes from medical medium Anthony Williams. We really respect and appreciate his work, and we've been living it, the best we can.
For how many years now?
For me, it's about almost 9 years, 9 years.
So that means I'm always a year behind you. So
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so I think we've
or
been
2 years, because you started 2 years before me.
Yeah, at least 2.5, so something like that, in the range. But one of the things we talk about here, just a quick background. We haven't had anything to eat yet this morning, right? Esther made the celery juice. We're doing this first thing in the morning to cleanse our body. Our body's been fasting all night. We've been sleeping. So this is a way to cleanse the body, help the body eliminate, clear out pathogens, toxins, help to emulsify and cleanse the things that are in the body that need to come out. So it's a very healthy tool that we use. And again, I would reference going to medicalmedium.com for more information.
Yeah, let's not hit the table because we're on a table, so the camera shakes. So just letting you know. Yeah, and the reason why we're doing celery to clarity is because we know that when we cleanse our bodies, that is when the clarity comes.
Yeah.
So mind, body, spirit connection, that is what we are all about. And so that's why when we were talking about the title of the series, Tom mentioned celery to clarity, and it made total sense.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of spiritual conversation about if you want to achieve a higher level of awareness. You also have to consider the physical body and how we treat it. So this is perfect.
Yeah. So these conversations are really just going to be, sometimes what happens is that most of the time what happens is we'll be in the kitchen making our celery juice or making our asparagus juice or making some sort of juice. And then Tom and I will just get into random conversations about spirituality, consciousness, EQ, some downloads that maybe I had or he had, some awareness. And so we'll just go down the rabbit hole. And so these conversations, and sometimes it's about aliens.
Not too often. Well, that's a debate.
That's a debate.
You don't believe in that.
I don't
so
believe.
I do.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how I feel
I don't know
about
what
that.
I exactly believe, but I know that there's something more going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'm in the I don't know phase of my life.
We'll talk about going about a rabbit hole. We're in a whole other genre, right?
Yes.
Well, can we get back to the delusional? Yes.
So anyway, so the conversation for today, and last piece here. So we want to open this up to other people that maybe have these conversations. And so we're going to post the video, and then you can feel free to comment, share what you think about it. And but one thing I will say is please, let's be respectful. Let's learn and continue to learn how to disagree respectfully. So if there is a comment or something you want to make, please make it. But let's remember to be respectful, and it's okay. Like sometimes I have a shoe, Tom has a bat, but it's still very respectful.
We're still working on how to do this respectfully between ourselves. So.
That's right. So please be respectful.
Work in progress.
Yes. All right, guys. So today's topic is a delusional sense of confidence. So where did this come up? And why did this come up? So one morning I woke up And I'm in the phase right now where I'm headed into the speaker genre with my work and working with a great coach. And so one morning I woke up and I said, Tom, I'm thinking that like my work with the Recognize and Manage Your Level of Crazy formula, is it good? Is it not good? Is it too much? Is it this and that? And the idea was, you know what? You have to have a delusional sense of confidence in order to move anything forward in life, especially when you're creating something. When you're working for someone, that's their sense of delusion, right? Because they created their company. But when you're an entrepreneur, you know that you have to have some level of delusional sense of confidence.
Well, can I explain? So Esther is amazing. She's like this curiosity cat. She's always questioning things, and I find that really fascinating. By the way, I just want to put that in there. I think that's amazing. I think one of the most important things we can have in life is this ability to be curious. So Esther loves to question all these things that she's processing and going through, and she actually questions them out loud. So as we're doing our morning routine, our Celery to Clarity, she brought this up about, she's having to learn she's written a book. She's in the process of getting coaching on, like she just described, speaking or coaching others, or whatever it's going to turn into for you. And in that process, she said to me, you know what? You just have to have a delusional sense of confidence to do anything in life. And I said, you know what? I said, that's an interesting way to put it. Because that's kind of the word sometimes we've said, you got to fake it till you make it. Like, how do you get yourself to start a new project, to go to and apply for a new job, to look for another career? You have to have, on some level, a sense of confidence that you can do it. But we all know what happens when we think we can do something, or we have a sense of confidence, our doubts come in, right? The fears come in. Why can't we do this? All the things show up. As soon as we make a commitment to do something about why we can't, our ego will go in and say, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, this is too scary. Oh, I'm not good at speaking. Oh, I'm not good at doing this. All the things come up that we're not good at. So this delusional sense of confidence, I think, is fantastic. So at this point, I'll let you explain a little more about how you came up with it. But that's what I picked up on when you were curious about it.
Yeah, but I want you to talk about what you said to me, which is what fueled the need to have, or the desire to have this conversation. You said to me...
Yeah, about
where does that ultimately lead you?
Well, no, I said, like, when she was having that conversation, I said, oh, delusional sense of confidence, and it's true. I said, so we all have to find a way to move forward. So ultimately, I said, what is that? I said, isn't that simply faith?
Exactly.
So you have to have, in order to have a delusional sense of confidence, you have to kind of take a leap of faith. And where is that faith then? Where do we get that?
Well, I will tell you exactly what comes up for me is that, there's a teacher out there by the name of David Guillaume, and he teaches Kabbalah, which is an amazing philosophy of all about, I see it as beyond religion. I see it as beyond, it's like a metaphysical, universal law kind of teaching. And I've studied it for over 20 years. And so he says you have to have certainty beyond logic. Certainty beyond logic. And that is exactly what faith means to me. And so when that came down to, this delusional sense of confidence, that's what it is having this certainty beyond logic.
So now when we look at certainty beyond logic, where are we getting this certainty that's beyond logic?
You get it from your practice and your tests of the universe and your own experimental processes in life. Like, over my many decades now of studying spirituality and moving through life and having different experiences and, manifesting a partner, manifesting a career, manifesting good health, manifesting all the things that I've ever wanted, those were all experiments in my own mind of, can I achieve these things? And the fact that I have proves to me that there is this certainty beyond logic, because I had that certainty. I may have not always had it in like this, solid way, but I knew deep inside of me that if I kept going and had this delusional sense of confidence to keep going, that faith, that confidence, that certainty, that's what it was. It was always that certainty. It was always that certainty underneath all the fears, all the doubts, all the whatever. It was sitting right there.
So is that faith for you?
Yeah.
Faith.
Yeah.
Faith
certainty.
In what? Faith,
certainty. Faith.
Faith in what?
Faith in myself. Faith in the Creator, but not from an outside perspective, but faith in like my own path, having faith in my own path, because I do believe, there's,
Can I give some input here for a minute?
Yes.
So yeah, this is the conversation. It's funny because Esther and I, we're both curious, and I love that we're both curious in different ways. So she used this this phrase of certainty beyond logic, but in order to achieve that, what I'm seeing is that we each have a connection to what we might call the field, or the source that creates everything, or some people might call it the light, or some people might call it God, right? So, in the studies and the work the things that I like to follow from the work of Yogananda, listening to Edgar Cayce and many of the spiritual people out there, the work of Hans. So we've talked about a bunch of people. They all everything tends to point back to that we all have a direct connection internally to source.
Yes, exactly.
To light. So and that's what ultimately I think
that's
meditation,
what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
yes.
Meditation
yes.
is a thing that Esther and I have been doing a bit more. You use Qigong, I use a little bit more meditation, just simple. And where we're just taking a moment to connect to whatever this thing is that we call the energy that created everything that is. And it's hard to understand that. I don't fully grasp there's no way to put a label exactly on that. I don't think we're at the level of understanding on how to explain exactly what that is.
Some people call it God.
Exactly.
Some people call it source, like
right.
You said it. Some people say divine being.
Right.
Light maker.
I like in Judaism though.
Maker,
there's how many names? Different names for
Hashem,
God. And there's like
Elohim,
There's 72 names or something.
72 names. Yeah, it has to do with the Hebrew Aramaic letters. And
yes.
things like
In other
that.
words, that's a way to say that we can't really explain
hard.
What that is.
Yeah.
But the key that I think we've discovered, or we're trying to discover, is we each have that connection inside of us.
Yes.
And
yes.
and
when you're quiet, you can hear it.
Well, the meditation.
Yes.
And therefore, the delusional
sense of confidence
can be fueled.
Yes.
Because you now have something driving that from within.
Yes.
That allows you to move forward in the face of maybe more what is very challenging circumstances.
Yes, but there is a little bit of a distinction in that when I said the delusional sense of confidence, I meant like with my work. I meant like with the practical.
Yeah.
With this concept of my recognize and manager level of crazy with EQ, right? That when I was talking about this delusional sense of confidence, I meant for that specific concept.
Yeah.
The certainty without logic comes in more to knowing that one day something will manifest.
Wasn't that a delusional sense of confidence? The same thing?
Yes and
Well,
no. Yes and no. I don't know.
The word delusional is used playfully here.
Yes.
Because you have this vision of what you'd like to have happen.
Yes.
Yet you don't really know exactly how your next, how the book is going to unfold and what your next plans are. And you're learning, you're moving forward in spite of it.
Yes.
So it's the energy that gives you the action to move forward. I think that's That's the
Well, it's
delusional
not
sense
a-
of
it's
confidence.
not a-
For me.
Yeah,
For me.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the action, the
Yeah.
energy that gives you the ability to move forward in spite of obstacles and in spite of doubts.
Yes, I think what I'm just trying to say is, like, when you built Florida Balance Centers, you had a delusional sense of confidence.
Otherwise, I might would if I looked at it from a practical point of view of all the obstacles, I
That's what I
probably
mean.
wouldn't have done it.
Exactly.
Right, and here I am,
So-
35 years later, still have had a successful business.
Exactly.
And helped many people through my
Exactly.
ability to move forward in spite of what may have looked like, unfathomable or unachievable obstacles.
And that's just what I'm saying. I just mean, when we're talking about delusional sense of confidence, specifically, I'm talking about towards our concepts, our business ventures, or maybe a marriage, maybe you're about to embark on a relationship, or whatever project you're about to do.
You're a bit wanting to change your diet and start drinking celery. You have to have a
exactly.
delusional sense of confidence, because you have to. The obstacles are, you got to go to the store.
Right.
You have to buy the celery. You have to do
Right.
that every morning. You have to wake up and do it as much as you
Right.
can. So it's this commitment.
Right.
And how do we process that? And from an emotional intelligence point of view, how do we
Yeah.
process
Right.
the ability to do that? So
And the certainty, this is the perfect segue. The certainty beyond logic comes in right here. Whereas if I have this delusional sense of confidence, the certainty is that I will make it. I will make it to the other side, and it'll be an amazing tasting celery juice.
which is faith. So
I
have
think
faith.
in that note.
Yes. Have faith. Drink celery juice in the morning. Get clarity, and keep going. Go for what you want to do in life. Don't let things hold you back.
That's right.
Even if you have to have a momentary delusional sense of confidence.
confidence. All right, guys. Should we do our quotes?
Sure. So when we know better, we do better, and what we resist persists.
And when you know and understand yourself, the world will know and understand you too. And remember, what's the best that can happen?
And you learn by doing. So get out there and
There you
do
go.
it.
All right, guys. Go out there and live your best crazy life. Take care.
Ciao.
Ciao.